Good morning, folks. My name is Ernie Kennedy, and I'm the substitute hymn leader for today. And I invite you, in body or spirit, to sing our gathering hymn, page 346 in the big hymnal. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, and I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love that grows in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love that grows in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know you're mine. And I will bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love that grows in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to Community Unitarian Universalist Congregation at White Plains. I am the Reverend Danielle Lindstrom. My pronouns are she, hers, and I am so honored to be the minister here at CUUC. It is good to be together. Will you join me in a shared breath? Take a moment to fully arrive into this space where we will share in music and story, ritual, prayer dedicated to our shortening days, a celebration of what's possible in the dark, the gifts of this time of year, and another turning of the wheel. All are welcome here. Welcome here exactly as you are in this moment. It takes all of us coming together in our truth, with our hopes, our joys, our fears, our grief, our sorrow, all of it to make this a co-created and shared sacred space. We gather knowing this: it is a blessing you were born. It matters what you do. Your experience of the divine, of the holy, of that which is larger is true. You are love. You are loved. We gather in the Spirit to remind ourselves and one another that we are all in this world together. None of us go it alone. If you are joining online, you will find our order of service at cuucwp.org. If you haven't already, I invite you to take a moment to silence your cell phones, as I will silence my iPad here. If you are new and visiting us online, Please take a moment to click the link in the chat. If you are new visiting us in person, do stop by our welcome table right outside the doors to learn a little bit more. Part of being in our community is sharing our lives with one another, sharing our joys, our milestones, our sorrows. All are invited to write in our book that's there on that green table in the back of the sanctuary. Indicate if you would like what you are sharing lifted in prayer, or if you would like to talk to someone more about it. If you're joining online, follow those directions in the chat. We honor Yule today, winter solstice today, and while the solstice, the true longest night of the year, is next Saturday evening, may the light of the full moon, which reached its peak at 4:02 a.m. this morning, the cold moon, as it is appropriately named, that moon will appear full for the next few days. May that guide us in space for reflection and rest. Everyone should have a piece of paper and a marker, and if you don't, we will have you raise your hand and make sure you get one. Yes, thank you, and here they come. So if folks don't have one, they've just kind of raised their hand. During our service, take note of what is speaking to you. Take note of what is speaking, and later on we'll be invited to write an intention, a hope, a wish, a dream, and we will add that to our Yule log. If you are joining online, add your intention to the chat. We will write it down and get it on the Yule log for you. As our earth turns towards slumber, towards rest, quiet, may we take these as signs, as permission, if permission is what we need, for rest, for cozying down and celebrating what is possible when the lights are out. We are reminded that creation happens in the dark of the womb. That quiet invites our deepest longings and hopes. Without the darkness, we do not get to see the twinkling stars, the mystery around us. At night, our dreams call to us, inviting us to imagine new possibilities. May we celebrate the balance that we return to in this time of year. May we be grateful for all that waits, grows, creates, feels possible in the dark. Dear ones, it is good to be together.
Good morning. We begin our service with a shared ritual, connecting us with our UU siblings around the world, lighting our chalice, the symbol of our tradition. Please read along with me the chalice lighting words. A single flame can warm a room. A single word can calm a fear. A single smile can lift a heart. A single touch can heal a wound. As the light replaces the darkness, let us rejoice together in its rebirth. Today we honor our congregational celebration of the pagan festival of Yule, otherwise known as the winter solstice. Typically, it is celebrated on the longest night of the year. So many of our current customs around the winter holidays derive from the pagan pre-Christian practices, honoring the evergreens, firs, pines, holly, and mistletoe that stay vibrant even in the bleak midwinter. Decorating with lights, ways of encouraging and celebrating the return of slightly longer days and more light going forward. Hanging ornaments or fruit on branches of evergreens inside or outside the home. Feasting, exchanging gifts, wassailing, caroling, singing to friends and neighbors, and of course, the Yule log. The ceremonial Yule log is the highlight of many solstice festivals. In accordance with tradition, the log must either have been harvested from the householder's land or given as a gift. It must never have been bought. Once brought into the house and placed in the fireplace, it was decorated in seasonal greenery, doused with cider or ale, and dusted with flour before being set ablaze by a piece of last year's log, held onto for just this purpose. The log would burn throughout the night, smolder for up to 12 days, before being ceremonially put out. The celebration of Yule is twofold. Yes, it is about the returning of the light, or the sun god, the return of longer days. It is also about honoring the darkness, paying homage to the moon, to the night, to the silence. For the darkness is to be honored as part of the grand design of the universe. Dark and light live in balance with each other, as do all things in nature. Today, we come together to honor the darkness, welcome the rebirth of the light, and celebrate as a community of family. We begin our ritual like we normally do in the pagan tradition of casting the circle and calling the directions. So at this time, if my direction callers can join me up front. And then we ask everyone, as you are willing and able, to please rise. And after I do the introduction, please follow along with our direction callers and face the direction of which they are calling. The human soul shares characteristics with all things divine. It is in this ongoing tradition and belief that a blessing is offered to call the cardinal directions as we create our sacred spiritual circle, a space where only light and love may enter.
Please turn to the east, where the sun rises. Spirit of the east, spirit of air, of morning and springtime, be with us as the sun rises, in times of beginning, times of planting. Inspire us with the fresh breath of courage as we go forth into new adventures.
Now let's all turn to the south. Spirit of the south, spirit of fire, of noontime and summer, be with us throughout the heat of the day and help us to be ever growing. Warm us with strength and energy for the work that awaits us.
Let's turn to the west now. Spirit of the west, spirit of water, of evening and autumn, be with us as the sun sets and help us to enjoy a rich harvest. Flow through us with a cooling, healing quietness and bring us to peace.
And now turn to the north. Spirit of the north, spirit of earth, of nighttime and winter, be with us in darkness, in the time of gestation. Ground us in the wisdom of the changing seasons as we celebrate the spiraling journey of our lives. Together. By the air that is her breath, by the fire that is her spirit, by the living waters of her womb, by the earth that is her body, the circle is cast. We are between the worlds, and what happens between the worlds changes the world. Blessed be.
I invite you again in body or spirit to sing our next hymn, which is number 91, again in the big hymnal, Mother of All.
In our faith tradition, the act of giving is not just about financial support. It is a tangible expression of our commitment to the principles of compassion, justice, and service. The generosity we show our neighbors is an important demonstration of the work we do as Unitarian Universalists. Every contribution, no matter how large or small, is a testament to our collective dedication to creating a more equitable and compassionate world. For December, we share half our non-pledge collection with the Westchester Community College Emergency Aid Grant. The grant is a one-time award given to help students who are experiencing a temporary financial crisis or have sudden, unforeseen financial emergencies, to enable them to remain enrolled at Westchester Community College instead of dropping out. Our contributions to the grant can truly make a difference in the lives of vulnerable students, and through them, help us change our world, one person at a time, through the power of education. Thank you for your kindness, your compassion, and your commitment to making CUUC and the world a better place. Your support truly makes a difference.
part of being in community is sharing our lives with one another, our joys, our milestones, our sorrows. For this morning, I invite you to experiment with me a little bit. Yeah? Yeah? All right. We're going to try something. We're going to see how it feels. All right? Our beloveds share what is on their hearts, and I wonder what it would feel like for us to honor that sharing with a response. So I'm going to share aloud what has been written, what has been shared online, or here in person in our book. And after I finish, I invite us all to say together, "We hold you in our love." All right, so we're going to try it. So I've just finished sharing, and then my arms are going to go like this, and we are going to say, "We hold you in our love." One more time. Finish, and then we say together, "We hold you in our love." A moment for us to respond to what has been so deeply shared, to offer a prayer, a connection, a breath for each individual milestone, joy, and sorrow. I invite you to take a moment now to say out loud or to center your heart. If there is a name or if there is something that you are holding, I invite you to bring it into our shared space. Linda Squires. For all of you spoken and unspoken, will you join me in response? We hold you in our love. The dark and light live and balance with each other, so too do all things in nature. Today we come together to honor the darkness, welcome the rebirth of light, and celebrate as a community, brought together by hope, held together by love, always. Amen. Blessed be. Will you join me now in a moment of quiet to pray, to meditate, or to dream? Our story, the first song, This Winter's Night by Mother Tongue. Tracy and I will be telling the story. We will be singing verses from hymn 73 as we tell the story. The words will be on our screen. You're invited to stay seated as we sing and tell our story. Have you ever wondered why there is so much singing during the holidays? This is the story of the very first song. It's a true story in the sense that all stories are true, for they tell us something real and important about what it means to be human. The story begins a long, long time ago when earth and sun made the first beings, the very first plants and animals and people. It was springtime. Oh, springtime. And the sun shone warm and bright from the sun's high perch above. And earth, the proud parent that the earth was, held and fed earth's newborns and relished them with tenderness and love. It was a time of joy. It was a time of great delight. The moon waxed and waned, time and again in the night sky. And the children of the earth grew strong through summertime. They played and danced, and the earth and sun watched over them. Will you join in singing to the summer? Hymn 73, let us sing to the summer.
Then autumn came, and the earth began to sleep much longer every day. Earth grew tired and pale and could no longer feed Earth's children and had no strength to make new life. High above, the sun grew more distant and took longer to return each morning. The nights grew longer and cold winds blew where none had blown before. Please join us in singing verse 1.
And then one day, Earth went to sleep. Earth wrapped itself in a blanket of snow and rested Earth's tired head on pillows of dried leaves and did not wake up. Earth's children could do nothing to rouse Earth from slumber. They prodded and they called Earth, but Earth would not awaken. In the sky, the sun was nowhere to be seen, and the children of the earth felt fear and despair. This was the longest night they had ever known. What shall become of us? They pondered, earth sleeps, and the sun is oh so far away, we can barely see the sun in the sky. Sun is much too far to hear our call. What shall we do? I invite you to sing to the winter.
So they brought their questions and their fears to the moon, the sibling of the sun, for they knew not where else to turn. The moon closed their eyes and took a slow, deep breath, looked within and awoke thoughts that had never been awakened until then. Moon opened their soft eyes and said, "When hope is lost, the best way to get it back is with a song. Climb the tallest trees, the biggest hills and the mountains, and Yule a song to reach the sun." Now, Yule is a word from one of the world's oldest languages. It relates to words like yell or yodel, and it means to call out in song.
And while they were dreaming of summer, we are still cold in winter. But the first beings had never heard a song. Can you imagine that? Choir, can you imagine that? No. They did not know what it was, so again, they asked the moon's advice. How shall we Yule? They asked, how shall we sing a song? And here is what the moon said. Take the best of what you have, the best of what you are. Take what you love. Take what you cherish most. Take your drums and your joys, your dreams and your fondest hopes, and weave them together in sound. And so the first beings did.
They took their drums and climbed atop the tallest trees, the mountains, and the hills. They stood in all the places that would bring them closest to the sun, shut their eyes, and thought the best of thoughts. They felt their deepest feelings. They remembered their finest dreams. And as they did so, their hands began to drum and their voices rang out with a marvelous sound. Their song, so beautiful, wild, and full, made a bridge across the sky and reached the distant sun. Can we make some noise together? Clap, stomp, yodel. The sun heard. The sun turned and smiled and wrapped itself in all the sun's light and warmth. And then the sun sped across the sky, across the bridge of song to where the Yuling voices called. As the sun drew near, the sleeping earth began to stir. The earth did not yet wake, but began to dream a dream of spring.
Will you join in singing to the spring?
Springtime is upon us, sharp the smell
And so it was that the wheel of life made its first turn, and hope and joy prevailed. And ever since, this time of year has been called Yule, in honor of that first song. But there is more to our story. The first song did not end with the turning of the wheel of life. The song, our song, had such power, such allure, that the first beings kept singing it throughout life. And then the second beings, born of the earth, took up the song, as did the third, and so it has gone ever since, through the years and years and years until this very day. At times, the song is very soft and can barely be heard above the din and clatter of our lives. But when Yule comes, it rises and swells in memory of the night when the sun heard and the light of life returned to the earth. And so we gather with this community we love upon our slumbering earth. And so do we, like the first beings, light our fires, take up our drums, send our voices soaring to the sun. And so do we join the first song that was sung so very long ago.
Doreen Valiente's version of The Charge of the Goddess, written in the mid-1950s and since edited and updated by Starhawk, is one text that pagans of many different traditions share. In many traditions, this is recited as the core of every ritual.
Listen to the words of the Great Mother, who of old was called Artemis, Astarte, Dione, Melusine, Aphrodite, Caradwin, Diana, Arianhad, Bridget, and by many other names. Hear the words of the star goddess, the dust of whose feet are the hosts of heaven, whose body encircles the universe. I, who am the beauty of the green earth and the white moon among the stars and the mysteries of the waters, I call upon your soul to arise and come unto me. For I am the soul of nature that gives life to the universe. From me all things proceed, and unto me they must return. Let my worship be in the heart that rejoices, for behold, all acts of love and pleasure are my rituals. Let there be beauty and strength, power and compassion, honor and humility, mirth and reverence within you. And you who seek to know me, know that the seeking and yearning will avail you not unless you know the mystery. For if that which you seek you find not within yourself, you will never find it without. For behold, I have been with you from the very beginning, and I am that which is attained at the end of desire.
We each give and receive from one another in this community. We share our gifts, our hearts, our hopes, and our sorrows. As is tradition in the pagan faith, our Yule log has been harvested from our land here at CUUC.
Katie, come. Bring your daughters. Oh, they're out there? Okay. Last Saturday, the mic. Can I have the handheld? Last Saturday was Placekeeping Saturday. And just the right placekeepers showed up to harvest this Yule log. Can the placekeepers who participated stand up? Tim Lynch, Jay, Cynthia. Is Jay here today? Oh, I'm sorry, she's not here. And of course, Katie and her daughters. We went seeking the fallen wood that would become what you see. Come on over here. We found that there were many pieces of beauty all through our woodland and marsh, and we ended up choosing not just one Yule log, but creating a Yule bundle in a very Unitarian way. We used many forest elements gathered between the spirit fire and the place where a stream goes through a wall, and we took them over to the spirit fire to compose them into what you see here. It was the most beautiful process, almost without words, 4 of us binding this Yule bundle together. consider the narrative of life they are. Now, consider how you might add to it. Small offerings and bits of bling if you have them. Consider your intentions, doubts, dreams, desires, wishes, and prayers. Write them down on those pieces of paper that you got. And then, as the Spirit moves you, come up through the rest of the service and tuck them in a crevice under a wire, tangled up in the twine. Even if you're not moved to write anything, please, all of you need to add to the Yule bundle. Just come up and merely touch the bundle, releasing into them, because they're them, they're not an it. Releasing into them your fears and aspirations. Next Sunday, our Yule bundle will be found on our hearth. They will be burned and rise as smoke, carrying all we have burdened them with to be carried on the winds, and will become part of the universe we will all soon inhabit. Tuck them in there, because we're going to have to carry that onto the hearth. Put them on in there. We will save some of the ashes and use them in our Yule fire next year. The rest will be distributed unto our sanctuary, soon to become life again. You don't all have to rush up now. Come up whenever you feel like it. Oh, by the way, there's a deep, dark cave under here. So if you have any dark wishes, you can tuck them back in there, okay?
Anyone who wishes more time to write down their intention or what they want, please take your time. You can come up during our music for parting or during coffee hour. You could add your paper to our Yule log then.
That's a good idea. Beautiful. Can I help you? Fold it up. Fold them up. Fold them up. Make them tight little bundles. Make origami if you know how. There you go.
Can you please join us in singing from the Teal booklet, number 1011, Return Again.
Return to what you are. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you were. Born and reborn again. Return again. Return again. Return to the whole of your soul.
Please join me in extinguishing our chalice. For those of you online, please extinguish your chalice at home with us. Without darkness, there cannot be light. Without death, there cannot be life. Without silence, there cannot be music. Without sorrow, there cannot be joy. Let the darkness inspire us to be radiantly alive. So mote it be.
You may stay seated, join us in singing to the elements of the earth as we begin to release them. Earth, the air, the fire, the air, return, return, return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, return, return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, return, return.
Our circle is now open, but forever remains unbroken. May the peace of the goddess be in your hearts forever. Merry meet, merry part, and may we always merry meet again. Blessed be.
Thank you for being with us today. If you're here in person and are new to CUUC, we invite you to stay after worship for a newcomers conversation with Kathy Williams, Jane Dixon, and Reverend Danielle. Grab some coffee and a snack, meet us in the lobby, and from there we'll walk you to Fellowship Hall. Childcare will be available in the nursery. And the Meals for Hope team will be cooking in the kitchen today at 12:30. Helping hands are welcome. At 11:30. Helping hands are always welcome. Our weekly e-communitarian and RE newsletter offers details of other activities here at CUUC. We hope you take a moment to discover all the interesting offerings awaiting you within our community. It has been a pleasure to be together today as we enjoy our parting music and during coffee hour, which, by the way, coffee hour has a special Yule log cake, thanks to Mary Kingsley. Feel free to come up and place any notes in the Yule bundle that haven't been here and enjoy the coffee hour. Spend a few minutes talking with someone who you don't know, and may we all know the blessings of friendship. Thank you.